know. This is
Hello
so weird.
and welcome to Fandom Friends, the not so stereotypical nerd podcast. First take, we got it.
Wow, that's impressive, I have to say.
I'm proud of us.
Yeah. This is weird recording in person, I have to say,
Yeah,
because
and
we
we're-
always record online.
Yeah, and we're recording in a different location. We're currently in my dining room.
It's an undisclosed location.
In my dining room, an undisclosed location. So we're in a slightly different
Yeah, that's
spot
fine.
than normal.
It's fine. Hello, everyone. How's everyone doing? How are you doing, Chantal?
You know, it's getting really close to the end of the school semester.
We got
Everything's
what?
stressful. 2 more weeks,
And then you have exams.
and then it's exams. I have an exam, guys, on a Saturday
I know, we talked about this last episode.
at 5 p.m. to 8 p.m.
Yeah, I know, we talked about this last
I know,
episode.
it's just it's just
so tragic.
my prof, because when the last episode when we recorded,
Yeah.
they had released the exam schedule like the day before.
Mm-hmm.
So this week, when we went to class, my prof was like, "Guys, I have really bad news. Our exam is on a Saturday, 5 to 8."
You all are like, we already
We're all
know.
like, yeah,
You
it sucks. We know. And he's like, I hate this.
Well, at least the prof like also hates the idea
Yeah,
of
my
having
prof-
a late class.
My prof was
on
literally
a
like,
Saturday.
my prof was literally like, guys, keep an eye out because sometimes they do change
Well,
exams.
Knock
So
on
knock on
wood.
wood. So he's like, guys, keep an eye out. Hopefully they change it to like a better day with
Yeah.
a better time. So I guess we'll see.
Hopefully, I really hope that for you.
I hope it for me too. Also like summer school started like registration wise and stuff. So like I'm hoping things aren't as bad over summer school, although I am thinking on doing a full course load, so that'll be fun. Your hair's perfect.
It's like a little frizzy, but it's fine.
But it's perfect.
Oh, thank you.
So nice.
Thank you.
But yeah, so
Silky,
summer
actually.
summer school is kind of stressing me out right now because like figuring out scheduling and what courses I need to take.
It's always stressful.
It's always a Tetris game.
It's summer. You always hope for having like some kind of summer
Mhm.
vacation, but then you're like, I only have 7 courses to go.
Yeah,
So
I'm
if I
like,
do half now and half in the fall, then I'll be done.
I'll be graduating.
And it's the greatest feeling in the world to be done.
Yeah, so I want to get this done as soon as I can, so I'm hoping to get it done by then.
That's fair.
So summer school is very much a Tetris game right now. Yeah, so that's how I'm doing.
That's nice.
Yeah.
You're not gonna ask me how I'm doing. You never do.
I know how you're doing. You tell you like for like I'll text you something like completely random. I'll be like I had this random dream and you'll just tell me how your day's going.
Yeah. Cuz I mean that's what you do when you have friends and you want to converse with people.
Well, I always know how you're doing cuz you know,
Yeah.
I know how you text and I know and I can tell. I'll be like this word means that she's not happy about something and then this word means that she is angry at her sisters.
Chantal has cracked the code of my language.
So I'll be there and I'll be like, I know exactly why you're angry at your sister. I can tell.
No, actually my sisters and I have been really great. We
Lately.
I mean
you've always been great,
We've
but
always
every
been
once in a
great.
while you'll be like, my sister did the stupidest thing.
and it's always the stupidest thing that we fight about, which
Yeah.
isn't even like
That's like me and my brother. We
Yeah.
fight over the stupidest
we
shit.
don't even argue about realistic things, and every time we argue, my mom and my dad always think that we're just a bunch of idiots, and I'm like,
Sometimes me and my
Okay.
brother will fight, and then my mom will be like, what are you fighting about? We'll be like, I don't know. Don't ask me
why
that.
are you mad?
I don't know.
Yeah, no, we've been great because we've been we have been on a buying spree of dice.
Yeah, I know. You guys have been doing D&D a lot,
We've been
yeah.
playing D&D a lot. We're well, they have designated me to be the DM, so
But you can have so much fun with that. You can do a self-insert.
Well, that's what I'm doing because they were like, so we got a starter kit and that's what we've been doing.
Mhm.
That's what we've been playing to like get ourselves like comfortable with the game and learning all the stuff. And everyone picked their characters. Nobody decided to be a cleric, and they all died the first game. They didn't even get past like the first level.
I'm trying to think if we had a cleric in our game.
So after
Did you
that,
hear me?
yeah, I heard your stomach.
My stomach. Sorry, guys, we just ate. So
Yeah, we did. So after playing that one game and everyone died, they were all like, "Okay, I don't care." Actually, they mentioned you because I was like, "I'm sure she would want to play if you want to." But I know you have school and all that, so it's harder for us to get together and do stuff like that on like a Saturday night. But if you're welcome to come and play anytime.
I will.
Okay. So the
But
more
I
the
need
merrier.
to I need to make my character though for it.
Well, we have so everyone has been. That's what we're doing tonight. We're making everyone's characters, and I'm going to be a character as well, even though I'm DM.
Mhm.
I'm kind of just my game plan is, even though I'm DM, I'm gonna let them make all the decisions, and then if anyone needs any healing, I'll just heal people.
Yeah, my very first character, I remember like making the sheet or whatever, and because like we didn't really follow any specific like rules. Like when we were making the character for the stats and everything, yes, but like for physical appearance, we're like do whatever you want. So I had mood ring eyes, so they would change.
So cool
They would
though.
my eye color would change depending on my mood. So I had like a little legend of like purple means this, red means this.
Oh, that is so
blue
cool.
means this. And
I'm
then,
gonna input that in now.
and then
That's
I
so cool.
had like I think it was like white hair, and I was an elf, and like I was like 7 feet, 8 feet tall.
I mean, it's. I think that's what's so great about D&D is like you can be as crazy as possible and nobody's gonna like judge you for it.
Yeah.
And like I think everyone has the innate ability to be storytellers. So anyone who says like, "Oh, I wouldn't get into D&D," like you're lying. I feel like
And
anybody
it's so much fun.
and you don't necessarily have to make it fantasy. Like I'm sure there's a Star Wars one. I remember you mentioned you wanted to do a Star Wars campaign.
Yeah, and there's one for Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Yeah, like it doesn't have to be. I always thought if I ever did a campaign that took place in like modern worlds where like you still have magical abilities and all that stuff, but you had modern technology, I would want someone to have a cell phone and then them like exploring in a cave and they don't have a charger and their phone dies right when they need to call for help.
That would be so funny. It's like I don't know if you ever watched The Big Bang Theory when Bernadette, I mean spoiler if you haven't watched it, but also it's been canceled for like 5 years, so
Yeah.
But I mean this one episode where Bernadette was pregnant, and I don't remember where everybody else went, but everybody else went to go do something else, and Bernadette couldn't do it for some reason. And I think it was because it had alcohol involved and she was pregnant, so she couldn't. And Sheldon doesn't drink, so Sheldon and Bernadette did a D&D campaign where the men were the ones who got pregnant. So Sheldon was like the dungeon master and Bernadette was playing as a like warrior princess or something like that.
Yeah.
And you know, her husband was at home pregnant taking care of the kids.
That's great.
And she could like and like in the D&D campaign like she could like drink beer and drink mead and all that stuff. So, you know.
That's great. Yeah. Anyways, so we'll play a campaign and it'll be fun. Also, I'm like I bought like a bunch of stuff to like do maps and like
yeah, and we're also playing with the idea of doing a show on the channel where we try different things.
Yeah.
So stay tuned for that. Who knows when it's going to come out? Eventually.
When we have time.
We have time. Eventually. And like one of the things I wanted to try was to do those fantasy maps with like the rice.
I always see those on TikTok and I'm
Me
like,
too.
I would love to do that.
I want to try it so bad.
Yeah.
So we're going to try that one day. But yeah, anyways.
Let's get into the show.
Spoilers for Wednesday, episode 6.
Spoiler alert. You have been warned.
The hair.
You okay?
There's a hair on my nose. Sorry.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
okay. Episode 6 of Wednesday. I do have to say it's probably my favorite episode thus far.
I will say it was the most action-packed,
And
but I did not like it.
yeah, I don't know why you don't like it. Because I would have thought you would have at least enjoyed it.
I think like right from the beginning when they did that whole surprise birthday party and she like didn't even acknowledge anything.
To me, that felt so on character, though, like in character for her.
I don't know why, but that just bothered the hell out of me
It
because
bothered me the fact that they even did that for her, though. And I know they're like, oh, we're your friends and everything,
Mhm.
but they very much know that she's not big into that kind of thing.
Yeah. But I think this goes hand in hand because I think Thing was heavily involved with that. It goes hand in hand with Thing wanting her to go to be more out there
Yeah,
with people and to actually have friends rather than acquaintances.
that's true, but also I feel like the way that they did it and the location that they chose was very odd to me.
I think maybe that's why I didn't like it. Like I don't know if like I think it was just like where it was.
Because, like, I get it, she's very dark, and to me, a crypt for her makes sense because she likes that type of stuff, but
yeah.
why Joseph Crackstone's crypt? You know, the one who's, like, embroiled in this mystery with her?
Yeah.
And she's already, I'm pretty sure at some point she said, like, I already told you guys I didn't want to, like, celebrate my birthday.
Mhm.
And that's, like, annoying to me when someone says that they don't want something and people do it anyways.
For the record, I would love things for my birthday.
You want a hand?
No.
You want a thing for your...
No, I said I meaning like I would love to like do stuff for
Okay,
my
well, I
birthday.
already have your gift. So
Oh, okay, thanks.
I've had your gift. I've literally had your gift in a special spot in my room so I don't lose it for like a year and a half now. Like since your birthday. I mean a year. Exactly a year since your birthday. A year and a half. I've
I
had it.
completely like this. This is
I've had it for a year.
okay.
Yeah.
You thank you. Yeah. Anyways,
Now I don't have to worry about it.
no.
But yeah, so like it bothered me the fact that they did it that way. Like I get wanting to celebrate your birthday with your friends and stuff like that, but why choose Joseph Crackstone's crypt? And like
Yeah. I don't know, it just like that whole scene, it just like bothered me and I didn't like it for some reason, and then it kind of just ruined the rest of the episode for me.
and then like the fact 'cause they brought it up later on where she had that vision, and then they were all like obviously they didn't really check on her all that much because Enid says, "Oh, like, you know, what happened at the crypt? It looked like you were having a seizure or something."
You wouldn't be concerned about
Like,
that?
you wouldn't go to your teachers?
Yeah.
Like, I would go to
I would be
my
very
teachers
concerned.
or the principal or someone and be like, "Hey, this is what's happening. I think she like had a seizure and is dying." Like, I'd be concerned, you know?
Yeah, like I think part of that too, like nobody was concerned after that whole vision,
Mm-hmm.
and then they kind of just like left it.
Although I do have to say, I like Bianca and oh my God, what's that other boy's name?
We had the same issue last time.
No, Bianca.
I thought that was my phone.
Oh, that's not your phone. Bianca and oh my God, what's his name?
Just
Eric?
was it?
I want to say Eric. Oh my God, it's labeled as a comedy. Wednesday on Google.
No. Yeah, I don't know. It just like I don't know if that whole thing felt weird to me.
Lucas. His name's Lucas. Like, I liked Bianca and Lucas because I like Lucas and Enid as friends. I think they've
Yeah.
got a cute friendship relationship, but I ship Enid with the other boy.
Ajax.
Ajax, yes.
Yes.
You can tell I'm really good with names, right?
Yeah. Super good.
But I liked Bianca and Lucas's little relationship starting there.
I think like they definitely understand each other in the fact that their parents are both powerful people who
Mhm.
expect a lot out of their kids.
Yeah.
And that, like, with Bianca wanting to escape that whole
Her
cult,
mom
her
and
mom
everything.
and that whole cult, really. Um, and then Lucas with, having the high expectation that you're the mayor's son, you need to be somewhat of a role model towards everyone,
Yeah.
but you're kind of a delinquent.
Yeah, and it's like it just I find it very sweet how the relationship started with Bianca trying to like protect him from her mom and like
Mhm.
that cult.
Yeah, and
I
then when
think
they
it's a cult.
finally did meet at the cafe, she said, "I really just want someone to talk to."
Yeah, and
Because
I like it's a very like to me the way that their relationship started felt way more natural than the way that like Wednesday and Tyler's relationship started or Wednesday and
Xavier.
Xavier. And I watched the episode this morning too. So
Did you? Oh, okay.
this is how good I am at names, guys.
Yeah,
But it felt very natural and it felt like it flowed very naturally, whereas the other ones it seemed like they met her and then they fell in love instantly. They were like,
yeah,
you're
it
the love
just
of my
felt like
life.
a little weird. Yeah.
But I guess if you only have 8 episodes in a season, you need to like move quick.
I guess, but from what we've seen so far, they've had 2 filler episodes
Yeah.
that they could have
And that's
done a lot more with.
I do have to say that's the issue with the way that Netflix does their episodes is they'll do like 8 episode seasons and a lot of times the producers and the writers don't know if they're going to have another season. So they can't really plan.
Pack everything.
They can't
in,
really
yeah.
plan it out. So they move too quickly sometimes and they can't pace it properly. And relationships get pushed really, really quickly.
Mhm.
And to make matters worse, they release them all in one day. So like a lot of these episodes, like a lot of these shows are really good if you watch them once a week. If you binge watch them,
Mhm.
they're not as good as if you watch them once a week because if you watch them once a week, you have more time to like digest everything that happened
I think
and
so.
to think things through.
Which is why, I don't know how much I would like it if I was binge watching the whole show,
Mhm.
because I am watching it week by week as we're doing these episodes. So I do have time to digest in between things, and it does give me, but at the same time, it gets me thinking, like, well, why did they do that when they could have done this?
Yeah, like for
Like, they're on episode 6 now, they have 2 episodes left.
and that's the thing, like these, it feels like the writers are very much writing it in a way that you have to binge watch it because when you watch them back to back to back, you can't really tell the difference between each episode. So
Mhm.
it seems like you're watching one giant movie.
Yeah.
So that's where it's kind of feels really good almost in if you're doing it in that type of format just because when you watch it back to back you get like the full experience but also who has time to watch 8 episodes back to back
And that's the thing, there's so much content out there that it's like, okay, well, that's why I kind of like the way that Disney does things, where they do release their episodes weekly, because I have time then to watch other shows.
Yeah,
Or
like
other movies. You know what I mean?
they do that with them. They're doing that with the Mandalorian right now.
Mm-hmm.
And oh man, loving that show.
Although I will say
I haven't watched
they
the most recent episode.
better just bring out all of Bridgerton.
Yeah. That's the one show that gets the exception
Are you
because
gonna watch the spin-off show?
yes, I am.
Okay. Yes.
I am for sure.
We might talk about that.
And then, okay, back
Back
to
to
Wednesday.
Wednesday,
'Cause
sorry.
we always go on like hour-long
We
tangents.
do. Yeah.
Um,
Terrible.
yeah, we're really bad at that, but you know what? It's fine. Back to Wednesday, yeah. So like this episode, I felt was paced really quickly, but it's paced how a lot of the past episodes should have been paced.
I think so.
Because a lot happened, enough happened to push the story forward.
Mm-hmm.
But it almost felt like it wasn't too much, if that makes sense. Like it was the good amount that happened in this episode.
Yeah, I agree. And I think it definitely progressed. The story itself progressed a lot more in this episode than any of the last couple episodes.
And it was like, and even though it was paced really quickly, we still got to see some like really cute moments between Wednesday and Eugene.
Yeah.
Because like she
still
visited him in the
feel,
hospital,
though-
which was so
Yeah.
cute.
That's sweet, but I still feel that that whole incident was brushed off way too quickly.
I agree.
And they should have like this, like her talking to him in the hospital should have been
Sooner.
sooner.
I agree.
Because if she really did, and I get like people are going to be like, well, that's not her character, that's not her character, but it just felt like even if that didn't happen, nobody really talked about what happened with Eugene, and it was just like
I think
a
it was like
side
it was
thing.
like it was like mentioned like maybe once or twice, but
Yeah.
not like not in
Wasn't
detail.
mentioned at all. Like it was brushed off, and
Mhm.
I did not like that because it's like
I
if
agree.
something like that catastrophic happens.
And we could already tell that she cared for him
Yeah.
because she ran out into the woods to go find him
Yes.
alone. And like was upset when she found him. Like she
Mhm.
cared about him. She would have been there sooner. And I feel like too, like it's only like I don't think it's been weeks or months. It's only been like a couple days. That feels like to be celebrating your birthday that close to having your best, like your one of your best friends
Yeah.
in the hospital in a coma. I would not be okay with that. I mean, if I went to celebrate your birthday and you were in a coma, I would not be okay with that.
First of
I
all,
mean,
there wouldn't be anyone to celebrate.
I
if
would bring a
was
cake
in the
to your I would bring your cake to your
Who would
hotel
eat
room
it though?
and I'd be like, this is here for you when you wake up, and then maybe you'll wake up because you want cake.
That's the way to get.
I'll
me
be
out
like,
of the
Sally,
coma.
I know you're in a coma,
There's
but
cake.
if you wake up, there's cake here for you, and I've got you a present.
Can I say I have been in the mood to bake a lot of stuff because I've been
Me
watching.
too.
I have been watching the Great British Baking Show.
Well, I've just been seeing recipes
Oh.
on Instagram for like cinnamon rolls and cakes.
Oh my
and-
god!
oh my
I've been
god.
watching all of it, and it's just I need.
So now I know how to wake
need-
you up if you're ever in a coma.
Yeah,
Sally,
essentially.
we're gonna
Some
bake.
people use like sniffing salts.
Yeah.
For me, it's just cake.
Yeah. It's cake.
Preferably caramel chocolate.
I'll
crumble
bring
cake.
you like multiple types of cakes and cinnamon rolls and like muffins and cupcakes.
Listen, I
and
would be
cookies.
very happy,
And
and
I'd be
I'm
like-
sure I would be very hungry after being in a coma too.
Like I'll be like, Sally, I brought cake, and your eyes just fly open. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, I felt like that whole Eugene and Wednesday situation got
Yeah.
mulled over too quickly, like pushed over
Yeah.
too quickly. And then like, but it was sweet that her parents like left her something discreetly.
Yeah,
Because
they
I
did.
feel like that would be the most like in character way for her to receive and like something for her
Yeah.
birthday. Because like they
Dead
know her.
squirrels.
Well, taxidermy. She loves the taxidermy. But it's like it's so sweet that her parents like did that because like they know their daughter, which I
Mhm.
think is like kind of why her friends like thought that this would be a good idea, this surprise thing.
Yeah.
But also I feel like they should have known a little better. I know they're children. I get that. But like also when I was in high school, I knew what my friends liked and didn't like.
Yeah, that's true.
But also in high school, a lot of our birthday parties were movie marathons and
I mean,
sleepovers.
Well, that's the best way to celebrate.
I know, right?
too,
We'd have
yeah.
like, chips and popcorn and cake and movies. What more do you need?
Yes, exactly.
Although, except for that one birthday where, I think this was before I knew you. I had a birthday and then like the main group from high school were over. And then I had a really bad migraine, so I ended up having to go to the hospital while they were over.
Oh.
But the worst part was it happened like in the middle of the night, like while we were like sleeping, like because like I went up because like I said to them, I was like, I'm not feeling the best, so I'm gonna go sleep in my bed. Otherwise, I would have slept with them, like in the basement where we had like set up like sleeping
Everything,
bags and like mattresses and stuff. But I was not feeling great, so I went to my bed, and then I was like, Mommy, I think
Mommy.
I need to go to the hospital.
Mommy.
So then, and to make matters worse, because the month that my birthday falls in, you couldn't see the road because it was covered in snow. So like my mom was driving down the middle of the road. She's like, I think I'm in a lane. I don't know. And then we got to the hospital, and then I came, and then we walked in the next morning, and then it was like 6 a.m. when we got back, so everyone was still asleep. So then
Yeah.
I went back to sleep, went back to my bed, and went back to sleep. And then I got up for breakfast, and everyone else was up, and I was like, "Hey guys, let's go for breakfast." And they were like, "What happened to your hand?" Because like I had the bandage from the IV.
Oh,
And I
yeah.
was like, "Oh yeah, I went to the hospital last night." And they were like, "You what?" Like no one knew because we just
What?
yeah.
Excuse me?
Yeah, and I was like, "It's fine. I'm fine now. I needed stronger drugs than the ones I had." So like
All right.
yeah, so that was my birthday.
That's-
Pretty good. It was pretty good considering.
Considering you went to the hospital and nobody knew.
Yeah, considering I went to the hospital. Well, I mean, like to be fair, we were all asleep. Like everyone was asleep. Like my dad was asleep.
What you gonna do? You gonna
My
wake
brother-
everyone up like, hey,
Yeah.
I'm going to
Dad,
the hospital.
me and
Don't
Mom-
panic.
I know I'm in so much pain right now that I can barely talk, but me and Mom are going to the hospital. So yeah, that was my birthday.
It was fun.
That was my 16th birthday, actually.
Oh, even better. Anyways,
So yeah, I feel like the way her parents did her birthday was like the best way considering how
yeah, that's fair.
like her type of character.
What else happened in this episode? Oh, okay, so she went to
That house.
that house. She found the house. Oh, first of all,
The mayor got hit by a car.
yeah, but before that, she went to go see Xavier. And he
Yes.
saw.
Oh my god, it took me a moment to figure out who Xavier was. Yes.
Okay, pick a card, any card. Who's Xavier? Who's this?
Xavier's the dude with like the magical powers with the painting, and he's like,
Yes.
kind of like a seer, but not really, but kind of.
Yeah, but that's where she saw the painting.
That's where she saw it, yeah.
That a beautiful
With the
painting,
gate.
by the way.
The gate, and then
The
the
gate
painting
and-
of her.
Yeah. How'd you feel about that?
I actually thought that it was cute, like his explanation for it, and he was like, "You play with such passion." I think that was kind of cute, and I think that kind of sets up a future relationship with them a bit better than how they have so far,
Yeah.
because pretty much they have
That
had
would
very
be-
limited interaction.
Let's put it this way. Whenever you read any kind of romance novel, that's typically like how it kind of happens.
Yeah, like it felt like way too quickly for him to be like, "Hi, Wednesday, I'm Xavier. We just met," to being like, "I'm in love with you" the next day, you know?
Yeah,
This sets it up a little bit better and like kind of like explains some of the things that he like likes about her, you know? Like
Yeah.
him very much saying, "Oh, like you play with such passion and it's
Mhm.
beautiful," and like all this stuff. I felt like that was much better than
Yeah, I
any
agree.
setup they have so far of her relationship.
I agree. So then after that, she goes to the house and she finds
Yes.
the mayor there.
Yes.
And she overhears the mayor calling the sheriff, saying that he found something that might be significant
to the case. He gets run over.
and immediately gets run over by a car.
Yeah.
But
And then like
that's
Wednesday
not
gets in trouble
suspicious.
because she was there because she hid in the mayor's car.
Well, I mean, I would be too. Like, why were you
I
in
would-
his car?
I would be mad, but also I feel like she could have just not ran after the mayor and like not have gotten in trouble, you know? Because like
I
the
mean,
sheriff was
yeah.
already there.
He was. Like, what was
Like
she
what is
gonna
she gonna do? Yeah.
Yeah. And then
I would have been like, well, I tried and then gone home. But also I would never be caught in that situation because I'm a good girl. I would be in bed. I'd be at home and sleep in bed doing my homework.
I would never. And then she goes to the house after tricking Tyler and Enid that
Yeah.
with Tyler she was going to go on a date and with Enid it was going to be a girls' night.
Which I didn't like, but it plays with her character.
I guess, but
It
still
like it made
kinda
it
just,
upset me because I'm like oh, these two characters are so like out of the loop and they're just like following her
Yeah.
around, but like at the same time it's very in character
which
for
made
her.
like Enid's outburst at her at the end of the episode when she left very justified.
I agree. It's very
It
very
was like
justified.
long time coming because like it was just one thing after another with Wednesday.
But also, I feel like with Wednesday, the one like issue with her, she's learning how to be friends with people.
I think
She's never had this type of relationship before,
Mhm.
so she really has nothing to base it off of.
Yeah.
So I think she's very much still learning, and I mean, we'll kind of see it later on what happens, but we see later on how this kind of progresses.
Okay.
But she very much is learning how to like have relationships with people and how to be friends with people.
Yeah.
But I felt like this needed to happen with like Enid and with Tyler. Like especially with the whole situation with Enid's gift. She gave her what did she call it? A snood?
Yeah.
And then Wednesday used it to, tie the dumbwaiter doors closed when they were escaping, the beast, which made sense to me.
It did. Like, I mean, what else
I'm
are
like,
you gonna use?
I get it, but I understand why Enid was upset as well. I feel like if Wednesday hadn't had tried to constantly get rid of the gift,
Yeah.
Enid wouldn't have been so upset. Welcome back after
Yeah.
that short intermission. We'll play some music, don't worry.
Yeah. A little fun. Do, 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 do. Anyways, so now they're in the house and the monster
attack them.
Well, they find that altar.
Yeah, and and it was in the basement, and
No, it was in like the library.
but wasn't there something in the basement?
Yeah, but when they went into the basement, that is where they found the other body parts of
Oh yeah, yes,
the missing body
people.
parts.
The people, yeah. Yeah. And then Enid, when they got back, was like packing up her stuff, and then the sheriff was like, "Oh, you're no longer allowed to see my son again, and you're off this case."
mean,
But like,
rightfully so. I
mean,
have
I
to
get
say.
why he would say that, but also Wednesday has been finding more leads and solving this case better than the sheriff.
Anybody else. Yeah.
So like I don't get like I get why he's like you're off this case, but at the same time I'm like also she's the one who's finding all this stuff.
Yeah.
If you want her on the case.
Exactly.
But like I get him saying like you're not allowed to see my son again.
Yeah. Anyways, and then that's that.
Yeah.
Oh, well, when she was at the house, she found the music box, right?
Yes.
And when she was in her room, she was looking through the music box and all those pictures of her were inside. So now I'm like, somebody has clearly been watching her.
Yeah.
So it's obviously connected with Crackstone, like besides the fact that they found that altar in the living room with Crackstone's picture. So it's obviously connected to that and with her, and something's gonna happen, and I just really hope they can tie everything up in the next 2 episodes.
I agree. I mean, I know how they finish it because I've watched the show before.
Yes.
So I think the next 2 episodes you'll like a bit more than what we've seen so far.
I hope so, just because it's kind of just been a little disappointing.
But also, I think the issue is you've heard, like you went in with such high expectations because you heard me talking about how great the show is. You heard your sisters talking about how great the show is. You heard all these great things, and then you go in. Like I find that too sometimes when I'm watching a show. Is like if I hear all these like absolutely amazing things and then I watch it, I'm like, it wasn't that great.
Yeah, that's true.
But like, yeah, but also like I'm liking the way that they're starting to do the relationships, which is where I think they should have started anyways, where they have her struggling to make friends. Like the whole Enid situation, I think should have happened a little bit earlier because she is learning how to make friends and she very much is, but I feel like to me that makes like more sense than them just becoming friends, them like having to fight to become friends makes more sense. And then like the whole relationship thing is finally starting to build, even though it's like already like started,
I mean,
so
it kind of was there from the very beginning.
Yeah.
But now it's like it's more justified now.
Yeah.
But it's still like because it happens so early and just out of nowhere, it's kind of like, okay, I guess. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So like I'm very much happy that they're kind of going that route now. I think they should have done it earlier, but I mean, hey, at least it's happening
what
now.
it is.
At least it's happening now.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so that has been this episode.
How do you rate it?
Oh, I'd rate it like a 6.
I was gonna say 7.
Okay, that's fair.
I was gonna say 7.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you for watching / listening. Like, share, subscribe. Go onto our YouTube channel and subscribe there. Go onto our website, silvermagicstudios.ca.
Yep.
Go onto our social media at Silver Magic Studios. And
until next time.
Toodles.